friend of philosopher. The philosopher. Di yatra say nana foko jumoni. Metram ediama ohineba nana esiedu. Nana kwame ewo master control room MCR. And what should be Emma na chese camera yinsono na motions God also ejina animum. No so pa simano edu enwotwe. Ani entina na sua pi fa pen no paper. Na fi ti na jot to. Lawyer marching.
am fuku.
Let it say
Oh, nyame adaroma.
And they 17 for whom?
Yeah,
17
January.
Yeah,
So,
January
you
2026.
I cover 14 days. Na 31st national.
New Year.
So me call abaton.
The first.
Yanko pono beche na nimunyam. Na Dr. Boahen so be wen.
Sa
Oh yes.
Oh, what
And some me prophet. Me ordinary person. Me dear me share me.
We were ordinary Ghanaian.
No, since 1992, MPP go in presidential candidate PNWA Makase win binya unyae. Be mother 1992.
Maybe the general election.
Oh, okay.
You do general election, so.
That made the MPP, me say MPP win a bang win. No. That is all, Monsieur. Obiri Boahen, I said it in 92. Ajekunko, I said it in 96. Akufo-Addo, I said it in 2007. So what you say? Indeed, me kase Baumia be winning. That is all. Me can. Okay. What you say? Achinyenim ne obia empre. And you be achinyenim. So that is it. But the Yabano, the other yam, the Abacosem be certain be all the Eba.
Yes.
The Abacosem Kitu Biba. Must have been for Abacosem.
Dabi.
In 1648, and Lake Bosom Train. It was discovered in 1648.
1648.
I'm a mention question Daniel Oza on a Fabiana Cobord. And also saw or Esemu Nang Bagati, because Daniel Sochara, and so Kekri promoter, Namincha Dorothy upon also of Canada, Bagana. I'm on for the make Kubaji,
Kubaji. Hey!
Now you realize that before Bumpim and then a common action. Number cool. No ball 2 or ball, I think it was train or ball 2. Na buana kona kraman DH. So I know so DH could do on one up on a soon, so a muja will soon. So call catch everything for them say, and I said that we young cool. No, Monsieur, soon, so yeah, bosom. So 1648. So Bosom Train was discovered before the formation of Asante. Bosom Train was discovered. Now Bosom Train Ochiri the same Kanamana. Bosom Train via Nina. And now Oya Barsono, Oya Bra, Uncle Bosom Train. So,
Omudisodi.
Hey, send me a minute in the car. None Bosom Train Chilisus obey a guy. Oh, so we could have my dream. We could have my dream. Bosom Train. Now, Bosom Train like, so be a bosom. You only say so be a bosom biano. Say, oh, Kohorma, or Mokoha, or Monku, Museumka. Who started Fretchy, no what's chatting. Insanity. And so be a bosom. If you take Tano, if you take a pape, if you take. And so be a bosom biano. I can't a cram drew on this autumn to alert you soon. Oh, catch and none on the enemy say mobile. It is a Tanoa, whichever we know, Brompe, none say, or Moko Tanum. Brought you 1 minute, sir.
Now, Brompe, say.
Well, that is what they have been seeing. I don't know.
I know ye is your beer now, sir,
or catch a bosom. nana macho nana yaduro nana say oboso bia ye nsuo bia no wo ko ha wo nante nkodin no akoduro I got some meters say
wo ye dede kakra bi
yes boso bia ye nsuo bia
na no sa me pese me hu say nsuo bia wa asem a ye kan sa na
nsuo bia wa asem aka so that is additional there. Then another history we will learn also about now also to say to about trapa. Yes, that is also another history. Now the apatrapa hima no odi akonya no via duru 25 years. Binum baka se o ne wadi an via duru adununu na sanya ne dia adenti no di an via duru no mama na di ache na mon kan we anamuntu adisuade abetwam say in terms of custom tradition there is no estopel. There's no limitation decree. In terms of custom, in terms of tradition, no estopel, no limitation. The key is that time doesn't count. Well, you are check, no, this year, or this year. If I don't know, the Supreme Court covers this issue in Mampong. Mampong case we could do. Supreme Court. No, he never been a friend of Gatti. Okodia, that was in 1980s. That was in 1980s. And the Supreme Court was emphatic, said, once you are not a royal, no matter the number of years I'll be dear Kunyano, it doesn't confer royal blood on you.
Lineage, you know. Mama kwan se mutumi bedi.
And someone did say cry a share. And that the Supreme Court also in the case of Nana Ekwiyamia and Nana Oforiapia 2018 or 2019 Brekum case, you know. In the Brekum case, you know, the judge, you know, judgment, you know, upon JSC. Order to fortune then show da until and that is true. So by I can, you know, kwasi bua na say mamponde ne o ka kwasi bua e na we no case na brekum akwame ya versus Oforiapia. And so that's right. That has been the tradition, that has been the custom. There's no limitation. Something I read my saying number 2 there no 125 years. 125 years. And so nobody ni manhia ya so kwankura no di kan ba no nya de hye no ye ba. So for the whole 125 years ni nyina no ahyeagu.
That is 125 years na konya ko di baabi.
And they were not royals. No one ye ma. You understand? So 125 you be like as a limitation decree no. At least be about 12 years or 6 years. No, but 125 years. Why? Because in terms of custom, tradition, and culture, estopel and statute bad and ma. Once I win your royal. It's my man begin as a woman she have to drop a trampano. But bone kunu, about be said on your this year. Until on your this year, no. And this so dear Kunya. Enti wa mama no so asiu akonya bia no. Ebeye null and void. Yes. Because mama no apatampa mama na batulu no. Wa osiu krotini, wa osi jasini, wa osi we, wa obeye we no nyina no. Automatically by operation of law. Sana admiralty. Eti mo ya hinsam na bi no mo nya de hye no. Maba nyaba gene so nya brabra nim dia. And I think that I say dance so be serious for me na. The mama about concerning law no, the law supporting it.
Now den na etimi makwan e ma obi a onya de hye etimi be di ase di chesa.
Oh, see da bia. In the document number 1 when Kwabranchero was captured on 17th November 1900 November 1900. Na ne ba eko ne papa nyama na se so a papa ba ache no kode a anya me so mama me medi akunya no ne me nhwe mo ne bere o ye pene so 17 November 1900 up to 2025 year. So 125 years. That is the history of it. The answer is simple. In terms of law, tradition, custom, there's no estoppel, there's no statute of limitation. And then the idea is then another one. By Ashanti tradition and custom, occupant of the golden stool in si hene.
Sante hene no.
On si. Na mom, kingmakers na be wo ho no. Be kosi be hene no a. Never the be hene no. Abechire the occupant of the golden stool.
No abi saya kire no.
Sir. So that notion ekuta bi ni say sante hene si hene wo sampa. Sante hene si hene wo bechem. Sante be boa. It is the occupants of the kingmakers of that stool. No, and by Ashanti tradition and custom, actually, it is not only Ashantis, but all the accounts, tradition and custom, no, kingmakers in the sea. Nobody about the paramount stool. Paramount stool, no, so dear, say a soft stool, kingmakers in the sea. Nobody about the paramount stool. So a paramount stool, so dear. Kingmakers in the sea. Nobody about the occupant of the golden stool. If he's a member of the Ashanti Council. If you are not a member of the Ashanti Council, yeah, in here. That is the history you must know. And you know, the disinformation and misinformation. Bella say, I am trolling contempo.
Obi Subeka say ye sia Obaba be shy.
Obaba shall too. Nipa no so akire ni krom te se mampondie o so akire ni krom fo no wa ba be shai ba ba yi ni ho adi ama na be so akire Asante hene sampa o be so akire ni krom fo sampa no ba ba be so akire Asante hene because he is the occupant of the golden stool and is the president of the Asante Council. So under no circumstances na te say Asante hene si hene wo mampon. Asante hene si hene wo bechem. Asante hene si hene wo offenso. Asante hene si hene wo. No.
The boss are not trying the boundaries.
Yes, sir, but it's misinterpreted. I'm for si identity ase. I'm for si identity ase. And what people ask you say, why do they be Asante for? Because you cannot talk of the history of the accounts in Ghana. Now, history, I can find in our history. From verse 1600 to today. Ashanti history will form greater part of the accounts history. Ashanti history will form more powerful ever account for history. You know, whether you me Asante, you know, over so kabako so no man nipa da no to basuma. Fakasia ba Asante for abakosa.
Esa omu play.
Omu play. In fact, Emma, Mako do. We are saying Yankopon ball, we are saying ma bako agidin. Ya Asante aka ho. The whole Africa.
The whole of Africa.
The whole of Africa.
Emma dua akun wo machidi.
Yankopon boy eba dini no ya Asante aka ho. And she's the only person when you are talking about Dinia. I don't quite know what you do.
Ya ban Ghana dia na che se ono an ye bebo ni din. E be tuma ba se e bia na obi wo baby but ya ntimi am document history bia.
Oba from dokuya ya de pa. In fact, offensive for ba ku bi o afariwa also. Offensive afariwa wo di pa. Achim for dokuya e wo di pa. They were fought. And then call Mosia. Omo Amina. Also we did part that Amina cry around 11 something, 12 something.
Okay.
Amina, the man that the Mosi kingdom.
And say any not just one no and Dagomba for
Amina ni nua mema na chechire mampusi ni Dagomba. Amina ni nua mema. Eti wo ka ma no pa du a ye bo Amina dini Africa na mbo Amina na wo ma bo ba Amina no nya Ghana kese because Mosi ye Burkina Faso. Mosi
o di Africa na ye bo Amina dini ka ho.
Ye bo Amina dini ka ho madu Amina dini ka ho.
Wow.
Yeah. Madu Amina dini ka ho. So that is it is a patrampano. O tell for no srebi sa branimintu. Obi da kan tan kilo otumfo. Me kan otumfo tankese. Me kan otumfo we. Because in law it is recognized as certain in process, the legal process. And that decision was canvassed in Kenya's #1 case. Kenya's #1 case they could do Supreme Court. The judgment was read by Bafu Bonino. But so when you can say me kan otumfo tan. It is as good as what was someone or High Court. It's as good as what someone or Circuit Court. So because otum front time, it's a form of invocation of a legal process.
Traditionally.
And therefore, it is a form of an arbitration. So when otum focus say maybe dia someone na make a court to be ano. It doesn't mean say otumfo no kire say maka we, but it means that what you otumfo we say when you appeared before me no, it was in the form of an arbitration. In law arbitration, you take the outcome of an arbitration for better or for worse. Oko arbitration ni bedi via unless you go to court, so set it aside on the grounds of being perverse.
That's what they say.
Say, Ebiana nipa mienu bina se betena nipa miensa. Na that dead in can nipa miensa. Every nipa baako na tena so. Na ke say perverse anko eyi. Say yes adia. So one or two for say me oba mpa to so ha. Nim di asem nim wie ne court bia entimu na nania. It is not a two for saying say judges na organ nyina kitame.
It also means say ebia wo famra kwan so hye pa kwan so na di nti
it was an arbitration. It was an arbitration. And therefore you are bound by the outcome of that arbitration. That is the law. And therefore say otumfo no kan o manhia na wo mpere so a enye ne odi bem na ekosamane. Why would you follow? You can go to court. And yet you did them. And therefore, why would you follow? One hour back court. But you did Benny so look, the arbitral proceedings, you know. That come, Tokrobia na you understand? So people and the law, any practice, any procedure, no. And time cost you, but then you never be a lawyer for. A lot of the lawyers, you know, with due respect, are not being honest and sincere. Why? Every lawyer knows, Obiri himself, so arbitration, now you are bound by the arbitral award, which has been published. So finish a one year bound, mom now court to set aside the arbitral proceedings. It is a one court. Uncle set aside arbitral proceedings in India. You are bound by it. You did them. Uncle court to so quite set it aside. You understand? And he said, Memphis said, Domasi, me come Domasi for no. Beba number 2 no. Beba ya bebe di. Baby a hemano from. Beka said, Benya Royals. So Domasi number 2 for no Cosibahene. Never deba betcha. And ya otumfo na esi hina madomase number 2.
Omo na esi omo hene.
Otumfo has just in all cases, in all instances, they pronounce the otumfo panel will pronounce on asano. But even if it is offense so crampa, Obi na be setting the process in motion. If it is Mampoa, Obi na be set the process in motion. If it is Apatrapa, Obi na be set the process in motion. If it is Odomasia, Obi na be set it in motion. If it is Bechem, Obi na be set it in motion. If it is Uraura, Obi na be set it in motion. If it is Sampa, Obi na be set it in motion. If it is Brekub, Obi na be set it in motion. You see it?
Yes.
Then the arbitration goes on. And in law, in law, you can go to court. So it doesn't work that way. And the lawyers should do well to advise their clients. A lot of them cannot correct. Amanura ye hunu nyina no fa kese no akoma lawyer fo no binu won sika obaji sika edo ntie yan kokot kase a lot of the problems you are going through no e ya lawyer fo no bebre ene ne ya manu hu for court na mpesa ene ne ya manu hu hwa so na se wuti se case bi esi tanoso
sunya tanoso
Tachiman Tamos.
Okay.
What is that? Or he be your mother cotum 1 year.
Aye.
God. What is something I mean? Yes, I kiss him.
Sir.
Oh. No, I mean, yes, I may cut to me home. And I saw him now. I called them 1 year. No, I am it. Me there no. Oh, Lord, me that. Oh, no, I'm here. I know him now. I called them. No, I am it. No. And then you see, you'll be on the phone. You see, and I am it. No. What's a me lifestyle? Menya ayesam menya menya pasa minkuminya menya adufudipe bebre bara menti asori no mere davi menti asori metra urumani davi sasa na ada na nkwa urade agidie mere se minhira ma wade so mere hira so mere ye sumsum pe
nanso honam na se ola ya ode wuhira so enye ode roma wade so hira de enye de bia
now we see the Thanos one mama law history and you realize that there be amba better there be okayasa mon can be my there be men can be nyasa men can be madu na no when me some there was a publication we say you be stop it man can't stop it me can say it's very painful some men wo bono region na me can say na nya binu da na e be di matem I didn't say stupid.
Okay. And here be our mom tie ni bloggers when tie ni
bloggers ni
obi so had that creative be the show sir
bloggers now Thanos there after the restoration of the Ashanti Confederacy in 1935 January 31st January 1935 to June 1936 Ashanti Confederacy was restored. When we restore Ashanti Confederacy na say be che pampe kwa no ba ne be ka Ashanti man bebre beteta die. But in general restoration of the Confederacy, in fact, initially even Drabin was reluctant to join the Confederation. A lot of them, but eventually they joined. So Techima took this matter up because with the restoration, Boyam, Tanoso, Tanobuasi, Ofumai, Inchira, Branham, Nwase, Subinso. Benina, they became members of the restoration. And Tachiman felt that was wrong. So Tachiman pursued this matter. Tachiman dia could do privy council only soon. Tachiman ne lawyer and JB Dankwa.
Lawyer, okay.
JB Dankwa.
You be di my Ghana so no.
Our medi, but you know that big six.
Big six.
Now Tachiman filed to the crown. Abrochire someone hwe masem mam no am say o say privy council dey bu ya for there ye ni hweka. So since that time from 1944 there has been that problem with the Tachiman and those stools what you see. So fast forward the Kwame Nkrumah bae no or bubo nkro ni bi so and e bi ni to bodo. Then NLC decree 112 came. Then NLC decree 112 no. I am for no san call Bachibio. So I am for no san call Bachibio no. You find that international Abra Tutu no at the court. And Abra Tutu won the case. And that is the well-known case of S-Party Abra Tutu. S-Party Abra Tutu. A well-known case. Lawyer Bia, lawyer himself, dear. I Ghana how I quadar himself. Now, one to S-Party Abra Tutu da. Now, Sabi, dear Mr. Meka. Now, maybe I can also be an neighbor you. So Abra Tutu was around 1984 or so. And Abra Tutu, the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, was emphatic. Tanoso. Eya sante. It is like in China, you know. Boye versus Kwaku. The Court of Appeal was emphatic. In China, eya sante. Nyaman for the debia bedi matemini. Me remember tena ha me de me quote from book no word matem. Na jim areniti passe. Hweniti kutu. Jim dodo. Davi anka bi mai. Hey. Davi abedi matem. La ya woti ni na. Bloggers. Now, fast forward. So after the Abra Tutu case, then we have another one at 2018, 2019. And I mean, what I say, the Republic versus National House of Chiefs, Regional House of Chiefs, S-Party Odrobuama, interested parties, Techiman Traditional Council, and Asantman. Yeah, course, woman, and Yama, woman, Yaman, yeah, the course, National House of Coin. Techiman applied. So I join the case, no interest.
Okay.
So Techiman became interested party. And the matter the idea that was in 2010. And my Techiman before.
When I'm not a lawyer.
Me na lawyer. S-Party Odro Buamano. Odro Buamano, I represented Tanoso. Tano Boasi. Tuobodom. And the Kenya number 1. Then we went on Court of Appeal. Yeah, Kranonim. Yeah, the case in Okumasia. Techiman wrote to the Chief Justice. So appeal na yebedi Kumasano. And yet, until the appeal no call. And kind. And Techiman was represented by a Tuguba and Associates. And I'm representing him from Nyansam 99. Somewhere along the line, Kenya say number 1 day free.
Atuguba dia hen no.
Atuguba and Associates.
Okay.
Raymond Atuguba o Michendas.
Okay.
Young lawyer because of the Alasa Momuni also.
Okay.
So at the Court of Appeal, I won. Techiman lost. Then Techiman filed appeal to the Supreme Court. At the Supreme Court, Techiman went for injunction. Now you go see assembly judge, poor man.
Justice Poaman.
Senior me senior no madam for.
Okay.
And Techiman lost that injunction. It was dismissed. And I go substantive appeal. Now Techiman lost. What you mean? And the Supreme Court, both the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court, they relied extensively on Abra Tutu. Because Abra Tutu makes it so simple and easier. Once I yadi, I can say, Tanoso, Eya Santimani. And Techiman filed an appeal. And that appeal was handled by lawyer Obiman, the late Obiman, my senior. And the appeal was struck out. You see? So Abra Tutu, Abaya, Edaho, the Nanano, that's a sign. Make I see. So one, you have the judgment of Abra Tutu, which says that Tanoso ye Asante. Then the 2019 dynamic Supreme Expert to drop Buamano. Osana Casa Tanoso, Tanoboa say Tuobodom. In fact, Tanoso, Tanoboasi Tuobodom. Eya Sante. Another judgment. Then the LI 2409 I buy him. Obe group him for him. Oye Tanoso, Tanoboasi Tuobodom. Man Oya Benina Kojano, man hene. Now, kwatin de ono aba me ka se me nya se da odam na eye me de anaye me ya
da ya de mra ne
me then after even 2409 kwatin no ba bi obekọ bia olo ye Thanos ohene na oye Thanos ohene no tachiman afutufo ohene you see oye Thanos ohene na oye tachiman paramount student
futu
something kwatin no now all the cases no nyina including the LI24 no nyina I say Thanos ye man hene na Thanos ye asantemane. That is why the content never know. So unam na ka so me ye Thanos hene na me shetachi man asia. What is the effect? In law content na me
o de akoshe asia.
In law content na me content me say why ade bi why can ade bi why suba na di why bibibi na wudi gu court ana judge bi okasem wudi gu na nim ase ana uye na bonfia ene na ye friend content what so me de call say court mfa ntum efri say expert abana tutu na that decision was delivered in May 1980 something 11th May 1988 45. Then the LI2409 then bakuna me ni nyina no court na ka se Thanos ye asante it is a order so ka se Thanos me ye Thanos hene na mo mesom tachiman ana me hwe tachiman sia. This is a conduct which is willfully conducted to scandalize the administration of justice. What you say? Oh, why you subani bi? Why you niye bi? Egu court hufin. Egu court nsam na ma amkan amana ba fam. Ebu judgment na wo ye no. O manaba fam. And in law we call it contempt of court. So that is why I file it for contempt of court.
Now, so court tie was say
and the case was pending before Sunyani High Court. Now say actually no omo yi cases in the call Tachiman. So that case was not filed at Tachiman. I filed it in Sunyani High Court. Now that sector holding in cases you say omo yi bebre the call Tachiman. And the judge saw the process whatever I filed. Because because expert ability to amana. What do you mean? Because me exhibit ability to judgment no. And judgment na me am ko Supreme Court no. And so me exhibit here. And 2409 so and so me exhibit here. LI2409. So let's be very honest. When we tell me can send to a lawyer, me can send to you. Women cannot couldn't kill Yankopon. Me and trust from. Say, Ebia, we a lawyer. Now say the process when you are best. What will you do? What you advise say, what's someone your day? And I'm boy. So I am sure to send me Obiri Boahen. We are not going to send me Obiri Boahen. Because then it is so obvious and so glaring. And yet the man was throwing his weight about. And I got to know and for the got to mafia back. Now what do you mean? Ba beka ho no a wo ma ka ho na court bi jabe no ye file appeal se be su court no fa bantum ana ono na be de ko wa yi ano ye file appeal se ban fa fie no bi nka ho
adai
no you see for far too long no man no ba bia ya duru no Mr. Meka the indiscipline and the lawlessness in the chieftaincy sector no e do so do Baby, Ghana, the indiscipline and the lawlessness. Mampanim Timunka, Nabadian Timunka, National Security Timunka, Minister for Chieftains in Timunka, Minister for Interior, banging up a slow vote to number Beginti. It is all Hinnibi. I am married to some Chami bi eye mranto asem atrankonya bi eye mranto asem wo Ghana ha ahensem a bi bagina besuro. I am the only person who's bold and strong enough and honest enough to say it.
Enye ahomaso kwan so na ahobrase kwan so emra no na ade ye adwuma.
Embede ye adwuma. Na nya ni adene, na nya pobo. Because honestly speaking, kwati you akoda mu say, the first glaring from 1944, woman dia tumu se tanoso tu obodom ofumai, bo yam kraka ho. The first yeah. So glaring, the records are there.
Lawyer Nana Obiri Boahen no.
That is the truth of the matter. Yeah, lawyer force so no. As I say, your boy masundwe eba money because look at the first. And the lawyers shall say instability. We'll go to the Savannah region, Northern region, Upper East, Upper West, Ashanti, Oti, Bono, the beer chieftaincy problem. And not depending on the lawyers. If our lawyers are being honest and sincere, and some of them might knock of you, with a big critical, with the old BBD. Maybe not BBD. But I'm so honest and sincere and forthright. Very honest, sincere, and forthright.
Sikare dia enyina ye pe na so na dia udi sikare. Okay,
so I'm also there, and I think that yeah, me nya lawyer for about from Babrudu.
So say.
Bepe.
Rule.
Process na me dey and dying Babrudu.
Friends.
Bepe ye bi ya hwiase na Babrudu.
La boa wo mu.
Me de ba ma be. Me de ba ma be. Adani me mfa ma be. Me de ba ma wo mu. So one traditional culture na me dey aban. And I believe that with this judgment no. Nkoro bebra. Akoto aka na mre bia sise be ya santemane. Abinim ti ba bia ya ngo ba bia yeah. Look, I mean, what is that? Me nya santini. Ma me nya santini. Mbapa nya santini. Me nya santini. Me ka me nokra nem dem ka. I mean, if you take Sampa for instance, in 19, was a Sampa no, I am in person me come because minim somebody am minim ne ma me ne papa. Ne minim na sanfla so. Me ma me ne papa minim be. Sampa. In fact, me first wife am be wiase me ware na ya Sampa. Into Sampa dia me Toronto. Toronto. Now apart from say me Sampa Toronto, minim all the parties. Into Sampa, I don't feel comfortable talking about Sampa. But you know, yes. There's a very important in 1984. Nana Confucius II was elevated to the paramountcy of Sampa by Opokuwari II in 1984. In 1984, Confucius II was elevated to the position of paramount. Confucius be side to Opokuwari II. Ewo menshia ha. So Confucius no onya Sampa. Onya Asante member of Asante.
Womba.
Nkwa baba. 1984. That too. Once again, some case meaning Samodia and Nana Sampla. Nana
Sang Ajafla.
Dafla. Papushafo no bebedi asem woman. That is customary arbitration in law. And therefore, Beban, Tama Bessi Mua and Beban. And today, near him, fear bia or bono ne bono is never baman shiahan. Near what him fear. The Babayade, the Bacan Bassam.
Said the anti.
Said the anti Baba, made a meaning Yasantini into men can be. Never Bacan Bassam. Never Cabassam. What I say, I said no, bedini you, bandini you. The law says that there was an arbitral proceedings. And therefore, if you are dissatisfied, you go to court. You understand? So if you are all being honest, you did not crying and showing young point, you know, baby, you're for free. What you say? What in the making?
Yes.
And yes, I me pe some no. Me pe no kreka. Me ye no kreka. Your friend Kofi no kreka. And until I win a ball my basso. Until now Lute Jacobs can't say Ghana han open nipa me sa Obiri Boahen Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Senator Rollins. Of course I agree. Because me can Senator Rollins speech go man Bronya 31st. Very wonderful and very perfect. Very wonderful. President Mahama speech or the man Bronya no munya duru Senator Rollins speech. No was Senator Rollins speech more President Mahama speech. Kwasha is Senator Rollins speech. Thought provoking. Fatuma mpanyini ne dia no ho. Senator Rollins dia no wosoro. I said Senator Rollins in fiamu when you check Mahama. Because or can some Senator Rollins ne kan say ma say eh akura ye onya akura nkan sa. Ye nhwe we na ye we na ye we ya.
Esisi so.
Which I don't think say me mama and na papa kura ampo no etimi kikambo mumma o ma sa speech no. And no, the fact that when people know me was an Rollins speech, I have it, the full speech no. Sure, akura o ya badwemba.
Yes.
What do they make you know? So that happens in this country. We need to be fair and honest, and this country can move forward.
This country can move forward. Lawyer Nana Obiri Boahen no your be 45 minutes yede ebeka and some wood wo bebre ye wa ha no nyina na afi easy waterproof paint abeto aso ama no nkro no abo na sports and so aba la na no ye to Venezuela that is yes America for akọ just akọ Chimaduru said
I'll be biased in this. They are biased because I support America. What they did.
What support you?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, and then I'm being biased and forthright and honest. We support it.
And I'm be share chichire sa.
Okay, so I keep Museveni kuranka be.
You are Museveni.
Nka ma be chinanka ye me.
Adey.
Hwabato ya omato a ono na esie se wan wini. Wa mu nipa wu Uganda nra ne na no. Kohwe nipa wu Uganda.
No papa kura ogba akokura.
Nya tete na mla Yankopon mihia na maybe say Yankopon nsem bebrebe ansa na wabu maten. Da bia meka I'm not blaspheming. Yankopon do Obiri Boahen gina mre nyame ma atibishi gina ho. Ola obeko benkum na mre nyame ma mso bi mi sawasem. Africa, some African intellectuals and some African politicians and academicians. One of Bob Sana, Sabefana, so Anna Bronson. No, because Yaman insists ye.
Papa said to something.
Only president. Nayera minister for education. Naba Panini and a chief of staff. Naba Noto Subio, army commander. Ne yere and a minister for foreign affairs. Naba yere a deputy minister for animal husbandry. Ne yere nuya am kasa oya foreign affairs. Ne yere nuya ba konsoso. Ono na ye director protocol. Ne baba ko yere on so sanye official. Come on, look at the top 20 positions in Uganda as I'm talking today. Family and friends. Africa. Bibi have me pass Yankopon. Is it the color tuntum no? And na ye tete anasa ye die. No, sometimes when you be found to say you be blaspheming. Say somehow beka tell Yankopon. Nyame, we dem kwa de me no nyaade. Venezuela omokoye no. Now when you want to about 2018, opposition leader no ba odwane. Meanwhile, and some of them Nobel Peace Prize. Na wajitina kasa. In Venezuela opposition leader no. Na no omakoma no Nobel Peace Prize. Ya wode no ye memene da. Ya wode na Trump Asia no White House. Opposition leader. Nipa wu of Venezuela, nipa say of Venezuela. am me there. Sir, I am me there. Never go so I am there. Never think can go upon my one coach Trump and coach Museveni.
Then come. I'm out for say I now would more person capture the Omadi.
Oh, don't mind them. You think that America when they want your China America? When they are resources to America? The socialist apologists. I call them socialist apologists. Near Kosovo, Uganda. And you can crepa so na use ya. Now I'm to about the helicopter at the picket Bobby Wine.
Bobby Wine.
I opposition, you know.
Oh,
young boy.
Bobby Wine.
3 days ago, I'm on the helicopter. And Bobby Wine, every thing in or more. I this. You've been here, my uncle. Yesterday. Curfew. Uganda. They are curfew Bobby Wine, baby. And they have used a helicopter to pick Bobby Wine. What did that?
Bobby Wine, so Hunama knew.
And Bobby Wine, they were Hunama. But it's a Bisingi, that's them. Bobby Wine, there was a time a Bisingi, a Yunuban president and the Ban Muhuji. A Kochi Bisingi, the no cartoon. A man for 10 years, marching at him. What is happening? And some African intellectuals need God fearing. What would need to man? Now Venezuela, I'm not watching what is wrong about. Who chromo de man for boy and Nijan here. Trump for the Nakoya or Nakosi president. And your vice president is your president. Vice President Yan swim in. Aquana, I'm sure facilitating my Trump. No, I'm coaching my drone and no only cut. Near one say, learn to try a near my year, dear. And near my bay bassa. But Pierre will host someone in Africa. You talk about an America player. Theory on the America, Casa, or the America, America Cassetiano. But what is America about you, Florida? Tell me because you know, oh, yeah, dear. The young man in Burkina Faso is doing well. And I will, so the primary school from or chair. Good morning, son. Good morning. May yes, I'm a Tory.
You're trying to proceed.
Yes, I am a Tory. Okay. A big brema ya wo ehia manu hunu ya ho kire yansa akwani nye hospital nye esuku nkoso eniema basa adwuma ni ho bank wunya loan interest rate ni ho na sika wia African intellectuals, African politicians sika wia krono bo adan boni ban pa na nyankopon ya yawa a wuntimi enka ye leaders no akoma ana wunkuba mfiri
Anyama bi odabi we dia no ohye do. Anyama bi wo ha.
Nyango bona ku Museveni anka bone be no.
Dabi eno dia no ohye do. Anyama bi wo wa. Ye kan ye de mra na ye adwuma. Ye mra Ghana for instance. Ye mra mehwe Constitution Review Committee. Na no ye se nke ye ka ho ase. Na bra ma ye kwan.
Tio. Constitution review no. Ode wa ma me afiri Maduro wo twa ntete amaba. Mama no obaka koshia Trump for White House. Opposition leader. Nti wo de member Constitution Review Committee. I am be south say FM be frame okay FM tikase. Na ka jere tikase. Ada na men say men tasu nkasa wo Constitution Review Committee.
Ade.
Mana ye wo mu mantam no ye dunsia. Sika bede ma ye pepepe dollars. Bala ben ko round. Na ben ko hwe ne bia betima kan anamboa. Be ko dum. Banko nsia. Banko bono is. Ene de minimum abono fo na ba ho no. En de make us a banko ho no. Na banya de ne be hu kan. Be no everyone is la azante. Ola bono ola azante ayo ni tikutu. Ni tipase. Now, Banko Uti, Omanko Savannah, Omanko Northeast. Then I think one Nisia Omanko Pia. Mention see Sabika Fratu, men yet travel politics. But I can na Yaman Penny, na 16 regions. No Omanko Northeast. No manko Savannah, no manko Utia. No manko Bono Isikura. because vocabulary is crowd. They say what things I can for more. Until kakra and kasa say makasa tell. Sakani say Yakufuado. Ana say Kufuor. Na omo anko sa nkade ni besi Ghana. Kabiri sa de be chimi jatum Ghana.
Adentia.
Ombeka say hey anka on akan for no nipa body for bempeye silim for asem. Nti committee no kura nko. Nso waje committee no report out.
Na say president na ankasa na ye.
No, yeah, but no, that is the politics in this country. 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 Why me a party MPP? Eba umia isirimi. Eba umia ekramoni. Ba umia isirimi, ba umia ekramoni. Ebinim champion de nam no. Na obeka sa asem we ba umia isirimi, ba umia ekramoni. Na sirimi no wagiatum. Kramoni no wagiatum. Krawu kramoni. Kramoni, awu kramoni, umia kramoni de bedi mampanyina eye. Menya ethnic or religious politics. That mean common sense politics. Common sense politics. So the partner balance to my baumia if he said, Untimunya, see, fine, that one, I agree. What I say, that is based on competence. Unto my baumia no kramoni, Nagana a Christian state. No kramoni no. What you to? So for now, I'll be catch all your crusade in one, and I said 17th.
And that's 17th.
Obi by lunch and been there. Obi tramophone and Hunaman in there. I saw for those Abba Condano. I'll be calling Nawako Casanina. Oko holidays, Oko UAE, Dubai. Now Dubai and Yankram for money. And Yakramonina, my UAE, Ayakama. And Yakramoni. We are saying the most powerful country, no. Maybe by now, Obiri Hussein, Hussein, Barack Hussein, Obama. But America didn't consider Hussein or no. They voted for him. Who said the Kafra Chamansa Damisayam? What Ghana ha? What the Kramoni and Sasobedi Ghana so? We are saying Barack Hussein Obama.
That is a say cry. Our mom mayor said New York was here.
New York, go to UK, go to so many places. And then, ye men of little faith, ye adulterous generation, as of apostles, ye men of little faith, adulterous generation,
hey, that's all I out tell Bible, sir.
Man, as of apostles. Bible no say so Bass not is 9. Mark was the first to be written, not Matthew. Yes. Someone because Mark was not a Jew. Matthew was a Jew. Mark was not a Jew. Matthew was a Jew. So not a son of the Matthew and the canon. So
back to your politics.
Yeah, so you see, what kidnapping? Nigeria. 3 days ago, BBC said Nipa, so far Nipa Kura, Nigeria coin, US coin. Omotim identify 220 bandits, no, America called break a crime. 220. Shagumi, one of the Nigerian clerics, no. Our Casa, no dear show, America, Debia Shagumi was inciting people in Nigeria. And the question, why ye be free? Incite. Why ye Shagumi?
Delete.
Why delete Shagumi crime told us now on the arrest?
Wow. My trip was probably be a cry.
Look at this. And you sit here in Ghana. Yankasa Ghana, Yakramo for money. Yankasu say Ghana is. Majority of Ghanaians are Christians. So it doesn't make Ghana a Christian country.
But since when? And a religious politics. Key Ghana.
When you are dealing with NDC, that is their stock and trade. Now people forbidden have bought into that. because asafo no abe ye campaign tia ba umia no nyina no ba kokura no na ye MPP sympathizer name them asafo no abe ye no be ye no nyina ene asafo 31st be hyehyɛ nkom nyina me ye na e support NPP for wo manya nya ndisi for e Bernard no ne Duncan Williams ne wo man you can name them Sophie Osut design
Bempa na.
Bempa no nyina nya wo na campaign man
Na say okay.
What you say?
This time, okay.
What you say? Me, I'm not talking Duncan William. I'm not talking Bernard. I'm not talking Bempa. I'm being honest and sincere. And no, I'm doing academic and intellectual discussion this morning. So I don't hate Duncan. I don't hate Bempa. I don't hate Bernard. No.
Your fathers.
I don't hate anybody. Bakubi, or since I don't know and sign LGBTQ. He will march to the Jubilee House.
No, some Kofi Oduro na.
No, Kofi Oduro there's another one. Kofi Oduro there's another one. Lawrence Tete. Lawrence Tete. Mr. Lawrence Tete say my buy no wa march ko. Obiri Boahen, I don't indulge this type of discussion, but you know, I will raise it.
They say curriculum you class and yet honorable.
I will raise it. For public discussion. Lawrence Tete, Kofi Oduro, no say more kind now. I'm raising this. I don't hate them, but I'm appealing to conscience and common sense. Fauti no wagene, fagene, dagene. Who only nyaduma.
But Lawrence Tete they sent nine time in the politics.
But he said it. It's published on free phone. We mundi nice. So one can say so good father and son obey march to Jubilee. On free. And now when Gamma, you know, they are on board. When Gamma only bought so. What is on the Becassa?
This year, WS immigration.
I am not maybe attacking them. When person be a Becassa.
No.
I'm raising these matters for public consumption.
Yeah.
I'm raising all these things for public consumption. Now, I say, Baumia ya Kramuni, Baumia ya Sirini, Baumia ya Mampusini. Into my Baumia. Doesn't make sense. Why are Babajin and one and free ethnic group? Dipana Bajin and Ghana. What are people and this own free group?
Then you now say Ghana for.
But there are ethnic group be ethnic group be no problem. The Sakusasi Mampusi war no buying. In 1780, there was no Bokuna Bano. 1721. The first Bokunaba was a Mampusi 1721. Number in 1958, number Kwame Nkrumah Koye, number Hefa. And then night, Sabi. Young man no cracker, any yam shro, any yam ferry, any yanim, na yadi ya fu. Yadinam. LGBTQ shia about buku. Me tell me who yasa, me tell yache. Up to some kasai. I was looking outside, I saw from me back once. And about buku.
Are they also that government WhatsApp platform?
No, so this time, you might be I am, sir. So I want to be behind me, but maybe a ticket here from me. My say, send me home. I'm in a minka.
So on Kadia on because
why banya?
Yes, yeah, the binuma to government WhatsApp platform so ya chire omudi omon kan de mo omon kan na bosume so na ya mo bibi kakra ntoma komo no
banya hwanura ntokwa bia binim be kon wo ha ayi se ka abo no na bo kosoro bente so bante so
ashinti ade no
I mean doesn't make sense na global now no a charge sa abo no ono to petrol man ono to car time man. Look at the system. So young people for pencil. MPP for pencil. Na assassin this year. Shankman. Kunungwa. Omunyansu. Then obey class $1 a gina. Oh no gwa obre onyansu. Sa dissertation plant no. Sa dissertation plant no. Eye kwam na ho no pencil na that incident happened. Na ye nyam party politics kra na company no sansa na sisi. Desalination. This other capri. I have the report. I have the report. Adakabre has the report. And camera be ya say the be court kura. And people tan am so me kra man pemba bi ntina. Plant na wo ho na sika pa na Ghana Water Company tua pa. Bisa for Brahma, who was the CEO of Ghana Water Company, MPP time. Bisa we Minister for Western House and MPP time. Water sanitation. Ofikroma.
Abena.
Friend Abrapa.
Oh, Kohuna money.
Abrapa, Sadam friend. No papa no sika papa, Jakwa papa. Abrapa papa. Abrapa on free here few. Na mom the other scan show denim no. Nso mbufu yam ka chese na sika no wa fakoto bank. Then first can show them. Just let's come to. So this Mungwa water desalination. Abrada part time, Clifford Brahma time. The report was available. MPP didn't prosecute. MPP didn't prosecute. There was Yoko that time. There was a year special prosecutor. Desalination. Go and read the report. Why is a company in Yajuma Kanu Ghana Water Company? So
now, yeah, said yamfa NPP flagship race no room. Said there may be a dear dread, and I say. Now, yanka Dr. Frimpong, what you have my comments? I said, a binum a wolf pa, papa. Oh, yeah, Obia Chester,
let's analyze this comment. I'm on your same cool enemy. I'm on your same cool, say. Nipa bi baka be ho abom ne be pemane no ati de nyamane di abensuye e na wo mo de be ye adwuma e won ye bepe ene ne ya bempe. That is definition of a political party. Ofa Hobbes definition of political party. Ofa Saint Augustine of Aquinas. Sir. Ukofa Makukwe definition. Sir. Ufa Kwasidona definition. Sir. Now, Kobia, if it's a religious group, so sir. Uko deeper, no. Jehovah Witness, sir. Utim no one sounds so in Muja. Uko Miami Roman ya. O Warich Lawa, dear Soko, the dear Didi. O Warimi Nua. Untimi kwa urade adidi tambia roman sd ni nkramofo de da bia am kapasem me katia roman fo nyam hwe sd fo nyam hwe nkramofo nyam hwe be de be no de be am fata mi
onko ka ba bia ga
ma kan yam pa ma katia nkramofo be nyam hwe be do Obiri Boahen de se yi nipa o ma fre nyame o ma nso yi nipa sd fo na hye then Roman mempasa
tina na you see what no ko
that make a Roman there one car sunya na Ghana Roman must no a year juma me ya mas boy wono na soro mu dawo
sa
my mas boy
my servant
to that
oh
na ma shia seven time kwaseli
and yes sorry
that be ayi Bishop Jamfi lawyer na ne kasa no lawyer na da be no be ba sorry. Well, Bishop, meba na mahashias. So, reduce the debit.
Okay.
Christopher no bebre na manfo bisu ban be man soro na nyakono ntine menko. Now coming back to what you were talking about. So you realize that this is a political party. Roman Sokwa SD on Shashmande on no monsa on Lesamo. Also, the baby refish. But that is it. Whoever said I call that, is a very brilliant boy over crying. Very brilliant. I mean, we knew or Buami Pa. None that say, me cannot be crowded in typo. Over do not type. Homeda, or final year law school on typo. Over no. Whoever in walking stick and no. Now, so also the new patriotic party. I want Yope and in Yompe. Now from Pompoatinent, I say, party need fake. If the party is fake, then the party is non-existent. It's in your e wo hokra ye fake enye proper good nka sabi kafrache flowing from the analysis I've made this morning so fact ni ye fake akromfo de ye party ye chinchim amanfo nsa na omatwa ma obia badwemba bia what will be your conclusion ba badwemba bia conclusion say enu nti mafirim fokoti na metrasi so nash anaje abo akoka say SD asoro nye SD asoro ya fun SD asoro nyansa nim SD asoro akromfo SD asoro be chinchim yansa nso me mfiri SD em must so atene mo then we are saying ni pe normal you agree Roma asoro akromfo beba po asoro ne ye fake nyansa nim akromfo nko be chinchim ni pansa be chinchim bansa koto the reasonable person normal person conclusion draws and yeah, that is it because it's a group of people with their do's and the don'ts. You don't join a group and then make sure say you open nkwane
but and also doesn't mean say idea be cause na nya wontumi nkan
the criticism you raising say oh kwana ye fa so to abai de but one can say fake once you use the word fake then no normal human being will join a group or continue to be a member of a fake group. Martin, I am not happy with what is going on. Say, into your head, or call. On the crime, who said, from Pop Water Assembly Kennedy, I am extremely surprised. I am tempted to use a certain way. These are not honest politicians. These are dishonest politicians. Because see, what we call what the from Pop Water Assembly back now can be you.
There be no room to your name.
Are you still a member? You could have said, some sir, will be some sir, maybe I can be a for we. I said, no. You have one more pair, but one mother might be no Solomon Osu. Anytime Solomon Osu name be quite chuano. What we are NDC communicators. Me, I'm not worried about me, someone can know. But I'm saying, it doesn't make sense. You are not a member of the New Patriotic Party. You've joined the UP Afro-Fronto Party. So the New Patriotic Party for issue by which I don't know what you say.
That a national party.
Oh, right now, so let's come back to from Prom Boahen, because I used to be a member of MPP until Mahama arrived at the scene in 2022. And therefore,
the just were free.
Exactly. So, which normal person will be talking and commenting on MPP issue as if you are still a member of the party? And ironically and strangely enough, these are the characters who have been attacking Bawumia. From Pop Boahen, but I won't maybe contest the Meboa. And I went, no baby, a mutuo. What are you MPP near Kofa from? And I want Mboa. One Kofa attacked the Yankofa, Nahutankofa from Pom Boahen and Kofa. MPP for the party. Maybe a body. From Pom Boahen, what problem is it? Me, I joined MPP 1992. Yeah, former MPP, no Obiri Boahen, me a practicing lawyer. Me a practicing lawyer. Would you? In 1995, I organized it in Poland. Many Kufa to Soyens, as the 8 years. A prapra money. Menfahon, Metenberry. Akufo-Addo became the president of the Republic of Ghana 7 January 2017 to 7 January 2025. What is all money supposed to be? What is all meeting be? What is all them to board be so? But in Mendaso MPP, what is America? In 2019, I arranged and I met Akufo, but that's in Abuja Napo. But that's in a consumer. No, that I'm feeling say be my anybody be. And I'm born. So I met him. Me Akufo-Addo ni a consumer in Jinaho. Nana, Master,
the lawyer consumer.
Yeah. Nana Master by some person will be an eye bonny. All the Debbie only an bonny. All in your baby, some yes, because maybe no dear. Na minim 2019. Me sorry I make obisa obisa no one obisa. Me say no me dance na something be get to. Eno manka say manka premam damma. And I walked away. And I survived to today. Me nyankopon. And I'm comfortable, I'm proud of that.
Obra wa breath for the party. Quarter walk for
I've done cases for the new patriotic party since 1992 to today than any partisan lawyer in Ghana.
What's about Deputy General Secretary?
Deputy General, the first time in the history of this country for 2 terms. Me. What is on the top board? What is a minister be? Yes, so ministry or board be or what is a bit in toss with
that? Let us say, Professor, I said, Dr. Frimpong Boahen, as a professor. What I said, ministry, you need to know your
92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Yeah, MPP couldn't no whatever. Na nyam kwan na adwo ne bia de atratu mu a na nka ye kan MPP a chase a onya 1999 na ba kolebu ready asem wo why a minister that ya roshafo wo ye minister ya roshafo a eno so de enya big deal. Then you call the party fake. And I think that's a mean film mattening in my crap party. But look, I don't want to use certain words. But if you have to consider it clearly, but anyway, yeah, you might be of course. Because when you know, I'm my free, perfect. Like at a Canada, that be a wrong free. No, you don't join a group and behave like that. Because if you are in a group, you won't come out pay.
And I was saying,
And I saw it. And you won't come out pay. Me possible, man, be that. Answer me to one year campaign, 1 year cases since 92 till today, 17 from me boy. Tell me, Obiri Boahen. Region Piani, what mean could DMP. Cut off when instrument what is that? Mayor's process intimi buafu. What is America? MPP for binuma man kwakuska kesi ba binum. Some MPP from paying for because fill stations. You better trace camera binum. Better bo. It's moonlight. I'm gonna come out binum. Moonlight from Katos. I'm going to put body force. Obiri Boahen na mama de idea about say young moon in the mass. Sunyani moonlight. FM stations. You see, so when the MPP came in 2017, na be imagine say dachi ebi anyema ko na Dr. Bawumia he may consider me to be an enemy. That was the genesis of my problems. It was some above for politicians, no, brown for politicians, no, almost started agenda. Into one shimpen for Biasum say. Obiri Boahen o yedi pa boni onye di papa
on to crowd my party in Lusu.
No, that was sir, you know how I've suffered in this party. In 201 I want to about 2 MPP buying. I wanna Amabuzia, the late Amabuzia, and the late Atebu. No, Kumasa, no insurance broker. No more bon half backpack. Then can be a father to me in account. No, mo catch President Kufose. That brother regional minister. Ono wahafo. Benyame deputy regional minister. I was 201. 2 days later, Auntie Amabuzia called me. I said, hey, I catch him and Penny Kufo Jitu. 2 or 3 days later, Osana Bisa said, na yeni Obiri Boahen, yeni Obiri Boahen. Na mumbere, ibinim se. What my appointed na at say ma to 2 of the amametamfo. Only me nature. No, that was the idea that Akufo-Addo may contest in 204. And because I organized Kumi Praku
with the Akufo-Addo.
And therefore, if he makes me the deputy minister, 1 to 2 amametamfo.
Overcako, come on, Mabba Sorietiano. Oh, the second term.
So when Amabuzia called me and they told me, say, Minko who the then regional chairman, and the then Mr. Jemfi, and the Kodu Yabo for draw. Now Minko power mucho. No, no, me life, I'm in a control my life. I don't have control over my life. Anything that happens to me, it's like book be a friend La Vie du Boy, Pangloss. Pangloss is a or sort of cry and I said, the Niba come cry, young men control. La Vie du Boy. It's a friend book, La Vie du Boy, Pangloss. So I'm going to go patronum today. I don't know, deputy regional minister. It was the last meeting number year. And when President Kofo realized that, look, San near Bear Can, you know, and you know, Crescent. I want to obey a minister for state at the last year.
Well, boy, time.
So the 2017, when the MPP came to power, it was empty. At the Congo for the year, but the bidum yet year, but here the query. I am not worried. I give myself to my God. I am still committed member of the MPP. I continue to be the committed. Now me can't say Uncle Ponan when you say but me about winning.
Obiri primary see.
What? Me brain ya kwada. Me giving ya me dio. I saw na mental uncle. And the mental uncle. I don't know in the door. O court on a lawyer for being judge for being subane. A person for being subane. But the way me now by the outside of so coming back to the MPP, some of us have suffered a lot. Bidum so kura the MPP program ne na butu ne ni efra ne ni etu. Enti me kura me de anamboa. So from what is your problem? Now in November studio have amount for one share the answer. Na oheneba. Any ebinum ye program. No oheneba yes. What is ebinum akoye meeting? Na from December, January, no. But we in summer month for back for MPP ni ba we. And tell me from what in the I say Nyaho Tamakulo Nata Kennedy. These are sponsored characters who are just making MPP look bad.
I never searched him cry say Uncle Fobi cry and I said ya head and tea woman can giddy cry afe omo be sorry ya bam giddy.
From what is okay, yeah, whatever I call Sakato, I say my hammer dear for Morganaka on Fana Queen Sika. I had done some few days in from Watson, I bear the toast. Interview Nusubaya Bibri, and yes, city, na channel 1, na be a joy, and answer TV3. And you have one by
agenda.
No, say. Mommy take opportunity in chia Zatu MPP Zatu.
Election no Legon election no Professor Zatu.
And then there's a young man beside young man beside saying Oba newspaper review. It's very good. Very brilliant, hardworking Zato Senor Amel and Dako. As for Sebama Pokuase Kofi Fosun Kwansa Junior Tampo Junior, and a lot of them, they have been doing well. Sometimes you read some of the Idupasi and Kufi Timofo. Binim Nano Yaka said, Benya BPD, you know, Benebedi, now, one more cabinet ministers, one more ministers of state, one more deputy ministers. Sabasuba di Binimachi. But I commit him to my God. Nyami Badinachi.
Oh, Ashanti regional.
I'm not an agent.
Ane na chase ne nkofo nyina wa. La kwasibotwe ka ho.
Kwasibotwe so much.
Lawyer kwasibotwe.
Very fantastic.
Good morning.
Kwasibotwe very fantastic. No. Ba bedidi ye ni bedi ba umiachi. Ba nidi ni bedi binumachi. Cabinet ministers, deputy ministers, Maslock officials, deputy trade, deputy finance. Eh, share munia samka. Woman ni sheka. Wan to kwa fru wana to ni akika. Ba umia ba be nya po memti ya nya po sini. Me Obiri Boahen me nya bi.
Na pra.
Apra me nya bi. Wa kwa so wo kopɛ compartment forest compartment bele ko hwehwɛ bi bra. Ha ye kwa ho, me sa nsɛm a ye bɛka no. Me ha ye kwa ho. Me ma nyini party no. Party ne kofa no ba. Me ka bibia wa MPP mu a wa ho de no pa. Enti I must behave as such. But no, and Chirasa Yankasana from Pom Boaten at a Kennedy, Nyahota Makuru. Mo be can sim humbi. I call it in sim. I call it in sim. From Pom Boaten, 1 pound or concessions to walk down a channel.
Sir.
From Pom Boaten. From Pom Boaten. But I nipa did you and nipa and cancel me.
As I was saying, na.
But nipa did you na nipa and cancel me. What offense has Baumia committed? Baumia why then? Where do you be at them? What can say to be? What to be paid? What will be dear? Na somewhere called na Baumia is it, na Baumia is it, na mammy NDC, na papa NDC, na nearby NDC, no a campaign wa denta, na Nira campaign wa denta, na why you say, Nigeria full any Nanya Sam Naba. When in October 1957, 13th October 1957, one better UP, Ewo Kuruma. Mosi for, Fulani for, Dagati for, Wala for, Mekachiro say, UP were in 1957. Siram, Anwana for, Dagati for, Fulani for, Mosi for, Wala for, Sisala for, Gonja for. Deba kura be do so sene NLM akan for no NLM. Me na me kachiro. Me na me kachiro. Na nipa didi wie na kan say na Zongo sum kremofu a be the Northern People's Party and the Muslim Association Party. President Chief Imam ne papa na ka ho bi. Eh na pa MPP papa Progress Party asini. PFP UNCC ni no ma baka tell say nkramofo na age party nafa Zongo sufo siremfo Northern People's Party tolong LD Dombo Diaka Binsala Secretary dam any ni akeka ho abai faka bonu that sacrifice ba fa koto de no de sika no ba ba fa koto no de sika no ba ne kofi buzi ade ye nwoma sunya no na sacrifices persecuted that by Tabo Tumbo LG Anto Angwanafon and na 2020 Angwanafon MPP I say what the party me Dubai in October when they were coming here. Anama me who Sabakosa no the minister of Fona ya kama he Ghana Hamena the most decentralized politician. To be component abonofon bim na niti posi na niti kutu na yamfino anya abonofon nyina mpo. Some few individuals some akoko kire say kwani say oh that when I was kwani that ya bono champion ma uka. Of course he's not coming. I'm right. Me ko ka kire sample ni a wo na fa na nim ka kire say na wo ba ya bono champion aka. Me ko ka kire banani a. What is wrong about that? Me ko ka kire nsuatere ni me ka kire sunyani me ka kire domase ni say bono champion no do du akwa e tachimanfo. Sa bono champion no e tachimanfo no etimi asora gina humu no kore ya. Nka the life patron of bono champion should be the man of tachiman. He should be the life patron. I am saying it that Tachiman for no na want to bono manson. Woman bono champion no ya. So if they want to consult me for free legal advice, make a tell say some more to bono champion all over the world. More patron Tachiman man or whoever will be the Tachiman man. I should say no kweka when you be mpet you.
Lawyer na Obiri Boahen.
Niti passe.
Ya,
niti kutu. No ngavi maye.
Ebia na omunnim na omum pensian. Ebre bi beba on beche wase.
Oh, I can't for any number from the brain. But no consciousness no.
But be tias.
Oh yeah. Because now we most of boys be press conference sample. And I have born for them see small boys are young.
Because that's
now what na Wakwa chia unuane sakwani. No banda. banana kura no banda dompo fie no omo ye gonja buifo no eye mo bana fo ni nyina bia ne ho ya bruni sampa ne wonya bruni wo be so de ho twitwi sunyani wonya bruni brekom wonya bruni bono manso fo na be koya be ba ya ne tachi free kro ho no. So for me, even though I'm not a member of the Brun Champion, I think I will support the Tachiman and I will support Tachiman for. Say, I don't know, back a Brun Champion, the Diakoya more than one free by the way to you. Never, but that's a man in crab, the best Hanamono.
I want to kuna sports and banner sabre easy water proof ayakado level Afcon you better find us no Sunday.
Yeah, I wish them well. Say Afcon no. Omo yi Nigeria na yemete. Because I see me na subana na nyamfe. Oko samai, oko attack Lukman ntino. Eye na hia ye mabufu. Ti be yi be na yemete. You need to be disciplined. A footballer, Lionel Messi, the god of football, very disciplined. Lionel, very disciplined. Eti make Afcon ya make us me hwe se Morocco be winning no. It is also man. Now let me tell this. Let me congratulate Barcelona for. Now no Barcelona. Hey, then I say no my bottle. But ball now woman Real Madrid the boy you know. Now I'm not funny. Me need say more sports. For the first time I mean who said Barcelona I passes 30. Madrid inside Mananka 30. In fact the last one I could be more pass. No be free and I call true. 30 passes. 15 solid minutes Barcelona. Now, my name is here, my Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso, dear,
Iniesta.
But my Xavi Iniesta.
You.
Puyol. And God of football, Lionel Messi, Henry Thierry, Eto, everybody, Bassa. Said I know the enough. You want the supporters, you see? Yeah. What I say? Bassa. Now we also there's a coach racing Santander 2-0. Microphone be me bedini. Copa di Rey no be free. Microphone be me bedini. Mo bedina nya be free. No Barcelona. They say Mate say oh, your boy see me about. What is the time? Goalkeeper no. They say what ya po but on here on beton. Now because now no pa bolo wo hwe nkura no pa lami yama. I didn't say she, not just say Jabon, man. No, it's she. But you cried there, I'm ready for me to go boom. That's what I meant.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Is a print. That's
and your brother investment.
Brother investment company. We are 0243
22
55
92. It's you.
0243
22
55
92. Wow, big deal ka. Kakasiye. Enya
ndile Obi de na ka 10,000. Nam si we de nyedwane yam 10,000 there.
Na 10,000 there.
Me so na ka. Is a page befa. Is a page very good pa. Madam for no me. Eti me da se na to say na be hia.
Okay. Yami aduma na okay sene. Na say be a banner printing, say t-shirt printing. And sa printing some say be a wedding party engagement